love me. XOXO.
Y'all, I have a little bit of a story time. I also have some work tea. As per usual, I will be getting ready because I think I might be doing a new makeup nonsense bingo this week. Listen, I don't know who I am. Let's not talk about it. But yeah, I might be doing that. So I'm gonna get ready for that. I'm also, listen, I'm already drinking. There's like Bailey's in here because like I needed a little. I'm so tired. I have a work update. I just have things. So I'm gonna put my makeup on, and as per usual, all right, nothing will be linked in the description box below. I don't have the time or inclination to do all of that. If you ask about anything specific, I'll just slapdash it in there with a link, and that link will likely be affiliated, which means I earn a little bit of money. If you want to shop like you regularly do using like my regular store, my store links as well, like for Ulta, Sephora, you can do that too. I appreciate it. Thank you. Now we're finished. Let us get started. Okay, so hold closer. Let us come in just a smidgen closer. Even more closer. Let me tell y'all a little tale. Okay. So first of all, for those of you who do not know, a couple of weeks ago in February, so I feel like I have no idea when this goes up to YouTube. Some of you may, that's part of the story time. Let me just tell that story first. Some of you may have noticed that it seems like I stopped posting, cause I did, for YouTube in general. I post for patrons and channel members, and then when I feel like it, I post for YouTube, because I keep forgetting that that is my goal, number one, because it's very stressful. And YouTube always kind of pulls you back in, you know what I mean? Because what YouTube will do is they'll like have you get more subscribers, so it feels like you're doing better, but you're not doing better. Anyways, but I dropped to like 10. I actually did drop to 10.8, and I don't know how they like manipulated it back up to like 10.10904 or something like that. But they did, and I was just like, you're not tricking me this time, YouTube. I'm not a fool, you know? I know what you're doing. You're trying to trick me into continuing to make this free content for you, but I won't do it. Anyways. As such, patrons, channel members, that's why I haven't been doing the roll at the end, because y'all are getting it. So when I think the bingos, I will be doing that continuing on. Anyways. I had a brief moment where I couldn't find this brush. This brush is NYX, and it's a NYX foundation brush, I guess, but I don't like it for foundation, but I am living for it for my concealer. So now into the snowstorm. And it's not even a snowstorm. Here was the thing. The first or maybe second week of February. I don't know which week of February this is. Honestly, what is time? But early in February, there was a very intense ice storm here in Tejas. And I, for those of you who don't know, you just happened upon this video and you needed somebody to body double with so that you could get your chores done. Baby, my name is Audra. I work for the post office. I am a mail carrier, which basically means I'm a glorified Amazon package delivery person. Anyways, ask around, they'll tell you. But all of that to say, ice, literal ice. Let me explain. This is also why Texans get very irritated when people from like cold places weigh in and they're like, that's nothing to us. We walk in the snow with our bare toes. No one cares, Frostbite Mina. We don't care, okay? That is not where we live. We don't live in a place like that. We live in Satan's balls hot. That is where we live. We live where it's hot 9 to a 10 these days because of global warming, 10 months out of the year, 9 to 10 months out of the year, it's hot, okay? And in at least 3 of those months, it's so hot that there is a possibility that your skin might melt off of your body. Anyways, listen, Bo's up to some ish, and y'all should have seen it. If I had cameras on him, I caught him getting like this empty rice bowl, and it's like a little plastic one that you put in the microwave, you know, the minute rice. Anyways, you always see it. I caught him with it. He was like, it's too much. Anyways, it's literal ice. There's not even snow at this point. This has become like our new thing, is that like we're not even getting the things it's just, why? We're not even getting the thing. We didn't even get snow. It was just ice. I was calling it sky ice because like out of the sky, ice was falling. There was no snow, no rain. It wasn't even sleet. It was just ice, and not hail, just tiny. I mean, some people would say like, oh, that's hail, but it wasn't really hail. It was just ice. It's raining ice. Hallelujah. And so we're all like, just Monday comes around, like, because it started, I feel like, on Monday, and all I got with the other RCs, I was like, y'all, I'm so sorry, like, I apologize in advance, but I will not be here tomorrow. After struggling in it on Monday, I was like, I will not be here tomorrow, because listen, I am elderly. You know what I mean? I'm going to be 43 this year. Do you really think that I want my life to end in a postal vehicle in the ice? No, that's not even, no, that is just dumb ways to die. Like, no, thank you. I'm good. So I was like, I will not be here. I am not trying to like deal with this. I did this last year. I'm not tough. I'm not strong. I am not a strong Black person. I am weak and frail and fragile. I have bad ankles, and my knees are just not having it, all right? You know, let me just tell you a quick little side note. I know people are like, oh, disgusted by people raw dogging public toilets, but let me tell you something. When they don't have the little booty cover, I need you to understand that if you are young, don't waste your 20s knees hovering over toilets. Sit down. Sit down. Okay? You will be so sad that, you know, 3/4 of your good knee time was wasted hovering over toilets. Just sit down. You take a shower every day, don't you? Calm yourself. Anyways, all of that said, so the next day I don't go to work, okay? Because obviously I have some sense. And I was like, no. A lot of people did it because we don't sleep at the post office, contrary to what they want. Bitch, this foundation. Okay. Now, we all know that they do want us to sleep there. We're not going to. They're just like, wake up at the post office. Go to sleep at the post office. Wake up, go to sleep. Wake up, drink. I don't know the words. Listen, most of these songs I'm going to just randomly sing to you. I know one part, and I'm just going to sing that. Then all y'all in the comments, give me the other lines to some of these songs, okay? Thank you. I would appreciate it, okay? Thank you. Okay, coffee, more story. Now, I'm on my couch, warm and comfortable, because it is -degrees outside. I feel like this is a Tuesday, and I have a glass partition in my patio door at this place that I live at, my apartments. I'm like, at this place that I live at. You're not stalking me, it's fine. I swear. Okay, so I have the glass partition. I can see out. It's like really nice. It allows Bo to see out. In fact, listen, when I park, because if you don't know already, I have ADHD and I'm autistic, so these stories do not have a linear form. So if that's what you were hoping for, go find someone who does that, because it is not I. Anyways, Bo will look out, like, because where I park my car, he can like look out and see me. So he'll be standing at the patio door like, I see you. Come inside. Come let me out. I'm like, all right, dude. Anyways, so I can see out there. Now I'm going to take you back even further. Now, those on my Twitch have heard this story, and those close to me have heard it as well. Jen, listen, good times. So About 3 years ago, in the deep, bottomless depression that is my life, I decided that to have a bit of joy, I would feed the birds. All right. I was like, you know what? Let me feed these birds. So I did. It has come to my attention that it's time for me to wash brushes again. Anyways, I really do like this Hauntingly Glamorous palette, and I talked about it, so I am going to utilize it, because of course I am. Of course I am. Of course I am. In my depressed state, I was like, let me go on ahead and start feeding these birdies, right? And let me scooch, because I don't know how, listen, I shout all the time, and I can literally never tell. Like, I'm like, am I shouting well or bad? Am I shouting just enough or not enough? Anyway, so I got stuff to feed the birds, and I've been feeding them for 3 years at this point. And I have moved apartments in the same building, all that jazz. But like this entire time, they have been being fed. I have fed these birds for a while. So the ice storm is here. You see the patio door is, glass partition, babes. And I am, as usual, minding my business. And then I start to hear like this like fluttering, this like, and the ticking. And I look. Y'all, there is this young cardinal, male, I can tell, because he has like coloring. And I'm like, oh, this little dude seems to be trying to get in. And I was like, bro, I understand that it's cold, but like, you can't come in my house. I'm so sorry. Mainly because like, I don't think that Bo would eat him. But I think that Bo's friendship is a little aggressive. Let me take that back because it's a pity. I think that it's overwhelming. He has overwhelming love. For sure, he would be like in these streets, just doing probably more than he should be, trying to be this bird's friend. And so I was like, bird, you can't come in here. But the bird is like fluttering at the window. The bird is trying to land, and I'm just looking at this situation like, what the hell is going on here? Like, what is going on, y'all? This is going on for 3 to 5 minutes. And at some point I finally go, wait, maybe they're out of bird food. When I tell you I opened the door and the bird food tray was empty, I am a real life Disney princess, because the bird sent a bird emissary to let me, the feeder, the keeper of the food, know that they were out of food. They're like, listen, we don't know if you know this, but the ground is frozen. We can't get anything out of the ground. We're hungry birds. So I put more bird food out there. And the thing about it is, when that happened, I suddenly had like that flashback memory of seeing the birds. Like every time I go out there with food, there's a tree not far from my patio. And so every time I would open the door, they all fly over there, but they would all be looking at me. They know, birds are fascinating. They're fascinating. I don't like them. And I know somebody's about to be like, why don't you like birds? Listen, I don't like birds for a very important reason. And that reason is that I know deep in my heart of hearts, in my soul of souls, like, for instance, let's take parrots, that if they were like, if they had their way, they wouldn't be pretty bird. That's not what they would be. They would eat you. Okay. Look at their eyes. They're dinosaurs. They are dinosaurs. It's fine. But you know what I'm saying. Okay. That is not okay for me. I'm not all right with that. Like, it doesn't make me feel good. I just, like, looking at birds lets me know, like, that we as a species, we're not long for the, like, don't let them try to fool you. Do you know? Because that's what birds do. Birds be trying to fool you, being like, oh no, we're just cute birds. That's why I like ravens and crows, because they ain't playing. You know what I mean? And that one bird that's like, I'll put a picture of it. But that bird, I like those birds because they're not playing around. They're not trying to pretend that they're like just sweet birds that you can bring into your house and domesticate and shit. They're like, no, we're dinosaurs. We will you up. You know what I mean? Like, at least they're being honest. That's what I'm saying. Not me out here talking about which birds are honest in their intentions, but these birds are, and that's what, see, I love this palette. I am making a look, baby. Listen, when I'm done, you're gonna be like, that is good. So one of my stupid favorite things to do is to yell out to my brushes as if they're going to tell me like, oh, I'm the flat one, you can use me, and I'll just be like, oh my god, thank you. Anyways, all of that said, there was an ice storm. We ended up going back to work. There were literal days. It's been actually a nightmare for quite a bit of time because I'm exhausted. When that happens, because here's the thing, people don't stop ordering things. As a matter of fact, people order more stuff because of the fact that they are stuck in their house and they can't leave. And they're like, oh my God, I need things. So they're going to order even more stuff. So like, great, you know? So all the backup packages plus getting, you know, all the stuff that's being ordered as we speak. We live in a world where people order virtually everything online. That's not your fault. Please don't get in here apologizing because that's so odd. Like, no, I do it too. I just ordered stuff, everything. Like, I have to because of my job. And capitalism's gonna capitalize. So anyways, work has been a nightmare. But in this storm, let me tell y'all, you know how old Abel, I'm gonna say it, I don't care. Y'all know how Abel don't come in the rain? He will come in the ice, babes. He loves the ice. Speeding, doesn't care. Even when I was in like the day one storm, I was like, no, let me out of here. Really, because I was driving one of them little, I was sliding off. I was like, I don't think I like this. I want to go home. I really did. I was like, I don't like this. I want to go home. Please let me be free. Anyways. Oh, there we are. There we go. I like that better. Anyways, all of that to say, it was a rough time. Had by all. But then we have our new postmaster. I'm going to call him Tomas. And Tomas is, you know, he seems very interesting, like whatever. Listen, at this point, I've been here a year and a couple of months. And so like, I've begun to not expect very many good things out of most postmasters because most of them are they just don't care. The first one, she didn't care. I'm going to call her Serena. She didn't give a damn. Then we had the second one. I'm going to call him Jeff. Jeff slept on the job, mostly. Mostly he was sleeping. That's what he did. You know, he would bluster and like say a bunch of bullshit. And like none of it was true. Like he had people convinced that like the postal police were coming for us. Man, if you don't get out of here with your lies. Anyways. But now we have Tomas. Now, I'm just in this like weird mood. I'm gonna just do what I want. Yeah, so now we have Tomas. And having Tomas means that he seems at this point super invested. Like, and I mean super invested. Like he seems like he really wants to get things going. He's working on cutting routes, like all of the things. All of the things that we have been wanting, it feels like he is actually interested in doing those things. And I'm like, you know, thanks, bro. You know, your efforts are appreciated. Like we're appreciating seeing that you seem to give a shit. So all of that said, he was like, he's, you know, doing his thing, getting to know us, getting to know the office, seeing how everybody works. Now, I need to tell y'all, I'm not fast, okay? As stated before, I am elderly, so I am slow, and I don't really try. Like, also, it's not the weather is not the weather that I need to like be able to function. Cause like, listen, I have to be super duper honest in that if it's like not warm, like I can't live in this like bullshit where it's cold. Like, I don't know how people do that. It seems awful. Like, how do y'all... I'm creating a mostly, like, all matte look, and it's very rare that I do this, but I wanted to try that with this because I really don't like these shimmers except for to use them for one thing. So, that sounded, you know, gross. But anyways, I'm like, I don't like them. So... twice, because I've told you about Abel calling in, you know, Abel. I'm over here trying to change these people's names, and I can't do it. I'm sorry. I'm really trying. Anyways, Abel has made it his life's mission to just be like, I am not coming when it is cold. Screw y'all. F you, F the horse you rode in on. Like, that is his mentality. It's just like, I'll not be doing that. And, you know, I get it, you know, like, rain sucks, but, like, we all signed up for that. Like, we all signed up to do this job this way. So it's just like, get over it. And he's been doing it for, like, 20 some odd years. So, like, sorry, I was looking because I wasn't sure if this was going to be cute, but it is. Because, of course, it is. So, because I'm going to make that a little purpley. Okay. Anyways, so bro calls in one time and then he proceeds to do it. What again? This man loves him a call-in. It rains and he's like, no, ice, he will drive and speed in. But y'all, he cannot, like, rain is just apparently his Achilles heel. Like, rain is the end for him. Rain is where he draws the line in the sand. He is like, absolutely not. I will not go out in this. So anyway, he does it twice since we've gotten Tomas. And Tomas was like pissed. He was like, yeah, absolutely not. I've seen that, like, he basically saw that this was a pattern, and unlike, you know, Jeff, who enjoys public humiliation and trying to, unlike Jeff, who enjoys public humiliation and trying to embarrass someone into doing their job out loud, Tomas was already getting high marks for me because he pulled Abel aside into the office where none of us know what happened. But listen, I'm going to tell you this much. When it rained again, guess who was in the office? Guess who had his ass in the office? Abel. All right, so far, what we're finding out is that Tomas ain't no joke. He is serious. He's not playing games. Y'all, if you don't have any of these Moira busters, please get them. Please get them. They're so good. Look at my face. I look like a cherub. All right? A black cherub. Cherub. Anyways. So Tomas is doing the damn thing. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's out here. He cares. He's working on getting the routes cut. Anyways, give me a second. Now, as some of you may know, I have been waiting quite a while to go regular. And for those of you who are new here and you've just been watching this video, sitting here listening to me talk and spill tea, first of all, thank you. I don't know what made you stay because this is just a wild ride. And if you haven't seen any of the other videos, they'll not be linked, but you can find them somewhere. Anyways, look at me doing the least amount of work possible. Just kidding. My job is super stressful and I have to be there all the time. In fact, I was supposed to have Friday off. Today that I'm filming this is a Wednesday. I was supposed to have Friday off. That has been snatched from me and I'm going regular here soon. And for those of you that don't know what that means, it means that shit like that won't happen to me anymore. First of all, for the most part. But it also means that I will be getting 2 days a week off. And that, most importantly, is Sunday. It will also mean that as an RCA, which I am right now, you know, if a route's down or somebody needs help, I have to go do that. I don't have a choice. I don't have an option. I can't be like, no thanks, I'd rather go home. No, I have to do it or face consequences of losing said job, which I'm not super interested in right now. You know what I mean? I'm not interested in right now. I kind of need the job, sort of. Yes, I do need the job. I don't know why I say sort of, like I have options. I don't have any options. That's so dumb. Anyways, I want to provide you with an update on my regular status. Today is the day that the job posting closed after being reactivated due to a grievance. You have to go, listen, I will try to put that video in here somewhere so that you will know what's happening. I cannot guarantee anything. Anyways, and so in approximately 2 pay periods, your favorite agender non-binary type person, that's me, and I am your favorite. Thank you, have a good day. Unless it's Thorn, in which case, you win. But, I will go regular, I will be free in about 2 paychecks. I will have Sundays off, yo, so that's like a month. But, I can barely breathe. Did you see that? I was struggling, babes, because I couldn't breathe because I'm too excited. Because, oh my God, y'all, I have been, you have no idea. Let me call, just in case you truly didn't understand. And I feel like maybe you don't. When you are an RCA or a CCA, which means you are not considered a regular employee, which means you are not eligible for benefits, you are not eligible to earn time off, you do not earn sick time, and they expect you to have like great attendance. It's a really messed up system. The point is that I look immaculate is the point. Okay, this is so good. Okay, anyways, love it for me. Anyways, the point is, so I told you all of that so that you would understand. Let's say in your office you have 17 routes, okay? All 7 of those routes need to be covered every single day. However, regulars do get time off. As such, that's where the RCAs come in. We are the substitutes. So if you're on Route 5 and your regular day off is like Tuesday, they always need to have a substitute, an RCA, there to cover your Tuesday, okay? Bo, that is super loud, babes. That'll work. Anyways, I'm missing lashes. So, let me just explain. The thing about all of this is that when you are an RCA, so I explained all of that. The reason I explained all of that and the way that I explained it is because let's say you get put on Route 5, but for reasons, another route goes down. Like the other person is sick. Like let's say it's Route 7. They're sick. They had a car accident, whatever. They're just not coming in, okay? They don't like the rain. So that is a route down. And the thing is, they don't just go like, well, that all has to go out tomorrow. No. We substitutes are forced to do that. So that means that we are the ones who have to go in and do this shit. And so when you get done with your route, right, you then have to come back to the office and take a portion of the route that is down. And so ultimately what that means is that it's almost impossible for you to have a life. You don't have a social life. It's hard to do anything. It's hard. You can't really make plans because number one, you never know when you're actually going to get off work. You could think that you're going to have a good day, but it goes bad. And the other thing, not only do you not know when you're going to get off work, and you can't have a social life, etc., but like any day that you think you could have off, you may not have that day off. You know what I mean? They can easily take that from you. Kind of like they took my Friday. I was supposed to have Friday, gone. You know what I mean? Just like that. Because somebody who was supposed to be coming back to work is no longer able to do so because they had surgery on their foot. Which, you know, I'm not mad about that. Like, honestly, like, please get better, fan. But, I don't like the way that that's sitting. Nah. But that does mean that the schedule changes all the time. So, like, if you set up doctor's appointments, like, you basically have to allow yourself to wither away and just kind of pass out of this existence until you can go regular. Because every time you try to plan something, the post office supposedly, like the post office comes first, is the response that you continuously get. And I just get mad about it like every time because I'm like, no, it doesn't. Like, it just doesn't. I'm so sorry. Like, I know that y'all want me to think like that, but like I literally can't do that. Like I have an actual real life. Like I don't know why y'all are in these streets acting as though the post office is like everything. It is. First of all, it's not. First of all, no. Absolutely the fuck not. No. But the other thing too is like if you get sick, it's just like screw you. Because you don't get paid, you know? So like this is why, again, capitalism and you know, especially in the US system, but like it's really stressful because like I had COVID and I just worked through it. Cause what was I gonna do? They weren't gonna pay me. They weren't gonna do anything to help me. I wasn't a regular. So I just had to wear a mask and have COVID at work. You know what I mean? Like, and that was my first year working. So it's like, it's stuff like that. So you have to work through every sickness, every pain, every awfulness. You cannot spend, like, you work holidays, by the way. That's why I always try to tell people, like, when you order shit, you see the day that they're gonna ship it to you. Pay attention to that if you're ordering around holidays. Damn. Because it's not just us, you know what I mean? It's like the Amazon workers also have to deliver this shit too. So like, and at the very least, if you're not gonna be cognizant of the day that you're ordering your shit to and like see when it arrives, at the very least, don't be surprised when you see postal people rolling up on you on Sunday. That is one of the most irritating things on the planet of irritations, is the amount of people who are like, oh my God, I can't believe you're working on Sunday. I'm like, well, bitch, you ordered this shit. It came. Who did you think was gonna deliver this to you? Did you think it was gonna be Amazon? It's not. Them fools don't have enough people for this. If they did, they wouldn't contract out all of this work. Because not just us, it's UPS too. This one always goes on like fucking butter, like perfect. And then the other one just doesn't like to do that. It's the world that I live in. It's the world where one lash set is just gorgeous and glorious every single freaking time. I don't know how it's possible. And then this side, it's I'm ugly. Anyways, so all of that to say, I am now nearing the end of not being able to have any form of life, which, let me be very real, is gonna do wonders for my friggin' depression. Let me just tell you, like absolute wonders for my depression. Because I get so depressed at just like, listen, I'm not even a social butterfly. I'm an introvert. I like to be in my house, like whatever. But that's the thing. I can't even be in my house properly. Do you know what I mean? Like I can't even just be inside. And like, that's what I want. I'm like, oh, I just want to be inside. So yeah, I'm going to tell y'all right now, out of all of the Unearthly Cosmetics palettes, is it Unearthly now? Okay. Out of all of their palettes, I keep forgetting, like, I'm like, am I saying the right one? This one right here is going to be your best bet. If you have deep skin like me, this one will be your best bet to look good. Okay. Otherwise, like, the others are going to just be like, all right. But if you have like my skin tone, this one is honestly, because you have like more options, and you will actually be able to like do something and like have, and by options I mean you'll just be able to have like more options for the looks you want to create. It's not like a one-trick pony. So yeah, if you've been trying to figure out anything you want to get from Unearthly, it's this. It would be this one. If you have been, you know, whatever. If it's still available, I have no idea. Anyway, that is that. On that, I'm gonna put a lip on, and then that's the whole story, and the teas and the things. Going back with my standard old fave. Listen. Also, I still don't like Big Red. And the reason I don't like her is not only is she rude, spiteful, but she's ungrateful. Because remember when I was talking to y'all about the way that the substitution system works? Well, fun fact, if your office doesn't have any or enough subs, right? The regulars don't get their days off. This old biddy has the nerve to bitch, moan, whine, and complain anytime anything goes remotely like just a small thing. If somebody forgets a package, if somebody doesn't do this, she will complain and complain and complain. And I'm like, girl, you could just lose all of the subs and have to work every day like you used to. So I think you should practice being a smidgen, just a little bit grateful. Because like all of us work all of these hours all the time. If somebody forgets a little thing, you need to calm down. We are out here all day, every day. All right. When you decide that your pinky hurts and you don't feel like coming into the office, it's one of us making sure that all that crap goes out. Okay. So sit your orange ass down and stop being rude. Anyways, this the look, y'all. I'm kind of a bad bitch. I kind of am. All right. I'm going to go because I'm actually going to go ahead. I think I am going to film the bingo. Like, listen, I'm filming bingo. See you on the next one.